It's Friday. Welcome. Another week has gone by in the books. This is Sales Chatter. I'm your co host, Ryan Mohammed. With me is my main man, the bodacious cowboy with the shades today, killing it today. My man, Jeff Dickinson, President, CEO of RGTX Logistics Solutions. Good morning, my man. How's it going?
Going great, man. Looking forward towards the weekend, but every day is the weekend, right? I mean, it all depends on how you feel each and every day. So, with that said, let's get into Fun Day Friday. Let's go.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
There we are. We are back at it. I really enjoy these Fridays when we decide to switch it up instead of going from wins and lessons. And sometimes it took a turn when I used to watch and host and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? Let's put up our feet. Let's hang out. Let's hang out with the audience today because hey, logistics is hard. As much as we love waking up every morning and doing this is hard. This is the blind side alley. Little throwback to your old show there. you know,
Freaking
it,
thief.
Borer, intellectual property. But with that being said, want to thank everybody for coming out this week. It's been an amazing week, and we have some amazing things planned. But we'll get to that later in the show. Jeff, what's going on, man? How you been, man? Tell me something.
Oh my God, it's Friday. It's Friday. I mean, like I have to tell you that. I mean, it's the best day of the week. Want to end it on a good note, like you said. Logistics is tough, man. Everybody's breaking their backs, man, trying to make a living throughout the whole week, and they can't wait until Friday. Come on, let's be honest. Everybody's like, "Come on, Friday can't come fast enough," and it's like, hey, so we change things up here. Wins and lessons. It's Fun Day Friday because we like to break things up, make it a little bit more enjoyable. Give you something to look forward to instead of starting the weekend at 5 o'clock. Let's start it now.
Let's go, baby. I got the water, so we don't start day drinking yet. But Jeff, I know you mentioned already that you can't go for the Philadelphia Eagles because of your New
Oh,
York Giants fan. But I don't want to talk about like who's playing and stuff like that. Let's get into a little bit of traditions. What does Super Bowl look like in the Dickinson bodacious household?
yeah. Grab a six pack, maybe a pizza, sit back. Watch everything throughout the whole game. It starts like I think at noon, and then the game doesn't start until like 6:30. So in my younger days, we used to go out and have a tradition of having the family football game. And go out there and you know, and it was like we used to do it a lot when I joined in my 40s. We had a flag football team, and we used to play in rain and sleet and snow. And Super Bowl Sunday was always a big game day for us as well. But we had to stop because flag football wasn't flag football. It turned into full contact. Guys were going in with broken legs, dislocated shoulders, everything, and we were in our 40s because we loved what we used to do, and that kid inside of you, it's very hard for it to leave. And you think you can do things that you really can't, but you do it anyway, and you pay a damn good price for it. So, I mean, those were the traditions that we used to do. But how about you, man? What's your
Yeah.
traditions?
Yeah, it's crazy for us. Every what is it? Every Super Bowl Sunday, growing up as a kid, my dad would make this big spread of food, and we just chow down. It's the one time that like my dad's always been like really really cool with us and things like that. But like it's like the cool time that all of us that we really look forward to. And mind you, all three of us, my mom, sorry, my dad, my sister, and myself, we never really care about football, but it's just that experience. The Super Bowl Sunday, let's get those nachos, let's get those wings, let's get those party platters going on. And that's something that I love. I love hosting. So for
Yeah,
us, and there's actually a special milestone, Jeff, that
what's that?
it's pretty crazy. So last Super Bowl, I actually missed the Super Bowl. The reason for that is that my wife and I, we got in a car. We drove 2 hours west, to go pick up our rescue dog. our
Nice.
rescue dog Millie. So we were fostering her, and as anybody who's fostered a dog knows, that it's really hard to let them go. So we didn't let her go.
You
So we're
didn't
gonna
let
be
her
selfish.
go.
We didn't let her go. My wife calls her soul dog all the time. So she's
Oh,
added so much. We've learned. She's been through a lot of abuse and things like that. So we're gonna celebrate. That is her gotcha day on Sunday with the Super Bowl. So
nice.
we're looking forward to it.
How old is she?
So that's the sad thing. We don't know. The rescue that the breeding operation she was pulled from, she was literally just a number. Like literally, she was pound. I think it was 1067. She didn't have a name. She shared a 10 by 10 kennel with four other dogs. Like it was really sad. It was extremely sad. Like her teeth was all black, and it was. We saved her life, and she saved our life as well.
That's
So
great. I know that you can look at canines in dogs like we did in horses to find out the age of a horse if we didn't know what it was, depending
really,
upon if it's like this or if it's like this, they're old. That's where their teeth go like this. But if they're more pointed out, that means they're like a yearling. They could be, 1, 2, 3 years old, and as they grow older, the teeth start getting sucked in, and you can tell. The veterinarian can definitely do that. So
oh,
if you want,
nice. Oh, we'll look at that. We will definitely look at that. And just actually want to shout out to India. Good morning, my friend. She is the video
hey,
marketer, and for people who don't know, she's got an event coming up. I think it's on Valentine's Day. I believe it's a mother's conference that she's doing. She's going to be talking about video marketing strategies. India, let
nice.
us know when that is and what time and how people can get a hold of you, because India has been a guest on our show many times, and I know you guys are. I think you guys are working together, and she's amazing. So.
Yeah, I owe her a phone call.
Mm.
I've been just so busy, but we've been communicating. She knows it, so we need to talk a little bit further.
Awesome. So, with that being said, one thing that we don't have in Canada, Jeff, that we always get jibbed off on,
Yeah,
we never get the commercials. So, we're not able to see any of the commercials that come out, like the Super Bowl commercials or anything like that. We get to
yeah,
see the boring Canadian stuff. And, the next day, or like we'll go on YouTube and try to find that out. And, I'm a big fan of Rihanna. So, Rihanna's going to be at the halftime, like everybody in the audience. What are you guys looking forward to in the Super Bowl? Let us know, and we'll chat about it. So, Super Bowl Sunday, and then Valentine's. Love is in the air, my friend. And I know you have a special milestone. I believe it's on Wednesday. So, talk
yes,
to everybody about Valentine's Day, my man.
yeah. It's so funny. I met my wife on my dad's birthday, which was February 13th, and February 14th, as everybody knows, is Valentine's Day, and then the 15th we got married. No, not like one day we met, and not a shotgun wedding, that's for sure. you know but yeah, I've been with my wife all together 43 years on Monday.
Nice.
So I mean, that's a milestone. I don't know why I still have hair on my head and I don't look old, but except for this baby. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So time flies, man, when you have a lot of fun and you're busy.
Yeah.
It really does when you're in retrospect. So appreciate every single day. Smile when you wake up, man. Enjoy your life. It goes by real quick. Trust me.
Yeah. Now that you're saying this, like my wife and I, we became official on I think it's February 17th of
Nice.
2018. So I'm just it just brought up memories, like holy crap, like we're going into 5 years of being dating together, and it's like it just feels like yesterday. It just honestly, it's one of the best things you could do, man. It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, yeah. When you have a kid that's 30 years old, it's just what the hell? I mean, it's like, I mean, fast, man, fast. Cradling her, coming home from work, putting her on my shoulder because she was colic, going all throughout the whole night, not having any sleep, going to my office, falling asleep on the desk, having my boss put Post-its all over the back of my head and drop bombs all over my desk. It was fun, man. It was fun, and that's another good thing. I'm glad that I had the bosses that I did and worked with, because how many other bosses would play with you when you have a newborn and you don't have any sleep? They would ridicule you. and talk down to you and say, we got to chat, you're not doing your work and stuff like that. Not my boss, man.
Yeah, you really good to surround yourself.
Well,
Like as speaking of kids, did you ever get your kids get your kids like Valentine's Day gifts and stuff like that? Like my mom has always got like Valentine's Day gifts for like my sister and I, like chocolates and like, well, not teddy bears for me, right? But chocolates and all those kind of fun stuff. So it's kind of cool. Anything you can share, Jeff?
oh yeah, all the time. I think I spoiled my kid. I only have one, so it's like, just I taught her responsibilities because it was the most important thing. Of course, you give her what she needs and stuff like that. But I'm like a realist and stuff like that, and so
You.
oh yeah. And the thing is that you know I'm big on responsibilities and stuff like that. So we got my daughter her first horse because we figured that would keep her out of trouble. She was the only child. Teach her responsibilities, respect, all that. I don't think there's another thing in the world that you can do for a kid to give that type of responsibilities. They do grow up fast when you get something like that. So it really all depends. Not everybody can do that, of course, but I'm just saying we were more that realist kind of thing with, making sure that they had responsibilities at a very young age, and that they appreciated their parents and others. So, it's all important, man. All important.
Yes, it's extremely important. And we look at Valentine's Day. It's not just for like the
No,
couples and things like that. It's for everybody. It's inclusive to everybody. And it's just another day. It's just for another day. But as we're kind of coming up to it, like we talked about Super Bowl, and then we've got Valentine's Day coming. But then you get to that realization that you're like 6 weeks into the year, and you're like, holy crap! Am I on track
understatement.
with? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, am I kind of going here? Like, am I doing the right things here? But it's a good reflection because like it just shows that time is so relative. It goes past. Nobody has ever won against time. Time will always be undefeated, and it's just how you kind of manage it, right? So, Jeff, I know that you had your podcast yesterday and you got one today. What did you guys talk about yesterday?
Oh, we had Ingrid Brown, truck driver, and she was actually on site, and she was sliding her tandems and doing all this kind of stuff. It's great when you have somebody that's on the ground in the trenches doing that, and you start talking about the issues and problems that they have and what they face and how they're being treated. I mean, how great is that? I mean, when you have firsthand knowledge of that kind of stuff, not, oh, this is what they probably go through or this and that, but actually hearing it from the horse's mouth,
Okay.
no pun intended. It's awesome.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, but did you hear that? Hold on a sec.
Hey,
Is that?
Elf? Yeah, no. Here's it.
There we
There,
go.
yeah.
everybody.
Oh,
thank you guys for letting me come in like this. I love you guys. Thank you. The open invitation is amazing. So thank you. Seriously, this is awesome.
there's always a surprise guest, and why is it always DJ?
Come on, yeah. Why is it me?
There's no surprise here.
Get a better guest already.
No, the fans want it, man. The fans are like, every time we bring DJ on, like our ratings go up, our messages are like, DJ. They're like, DJ should be on the show every day. Like it's not like he was before or anything like that. But
I love you. I love you guys. What's up, guys? Great. You guys are killing it. I love the new. Again, I know I said it last week, but I keep saying it. I love the structure and the way you guys have really molded the show. So seriously,
I appreciate that, there, DJ. It didn't come fast enough.
Everything's a learn. We're always learning, right? We're either learning and growing, or we're dying.
Yeah,
that was actually one of the commandments.
Right. When you look at things, right? Let's look at a person that works in a library, like a librarian, versus a logistician, right? What job would you rather have? Now, if you're working as a librarian, your day is gonna go like freaking. It's gonna take a week for the day to go by. In logistics, you wake up, if you go to sleep, up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's already 7 o'clock at night. in like that. I mean, it's like, what better industry does your day fly by faster? Seriously.
I love that you shared that, because that's so funny. That's what my quote. I was prepared with a quote for today, and it's actually going with my share of what my post for today as well. But Jeff, I'm so glad you said that, because I think if more people realize that, and whatever we're doing, that the time just seems like it flies by. Like for you, Jeff, logistics, I guarantee you the day seems like there's not enough time because you love what you do.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
like, well, I want more. Where's the time? And the people who are waiting for the time to go by, or to, they hate what they do. Like, ding, ding, ding. Like, what's telling
Yeah.
you? Like, what more do you need? You hate what you do. Find something else. like,
I could never be a librarian, man. There's no way.
Just to interrupt you there, Jeff. Like, I'm trying to get sponsored by a library, but I guess like we just threw that out the window. Every time Jeff says something controversial, it's like, there goes another sponsor.
The one to me, I can tell you that right now.
No, it's also going to see, and I'm full in agreement with you guys, because once I hop off the show, I do 10 videos, like video prospecting, and I do about like 10 or 15 emails just for fun, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's lunch already. Like, it's like,
right?
what the
Just,
yeah,
I mean, it flies. It's crazy.
It does, and I can tell you from past experience, because I'm younger than you guys. Okay, but
you are.
When you're starting out in this industry, it seems very tough when you don't know things and you're learning this stuff. It seems like the days go into years and stuff like that. But I can guarantee you, the more knowledge that you absorb, the faster your day is going to go. I mean, I can guarantee you that. I can tell you that, because I felt like you guys that are just starting in the industry. It's like, when can this day end? I got to get the hell out of here. I couldn't wait for that. And then you start getting all these other responsibilities, and you start asking those pertinent questions, and you start getting more work and more work. And before you know it, I promise you, it goes by real fast. 1 year seems 1 year is like 5 years that go just like that. 5 is 20, just like that, man. Unbelievable. It goes.
So we do have to ask DJ. Because he missed part of the show, right? DJ, Super Bowl's coming up. What is the traditions, like the food spread, or any kind of traditions you have in the Flores household, or even growing up?
So the only, I guess, main tradition we have as far as the Flores crew goes, so it's usually at my mom and dad's house. We get together, anybody who can, and my dad always, for the past, I don't know how long now, has ran and created the Super Bowl squares. So usually it's now he has enough people who kind of get in on it, but it used to be, okay, my dad, I have these many squares left. You guys, please, somebody buy them, or I'm stuck with them. And so that's one of the biggest traditions. But other than that, yeah, it's just nothing normal food wise. It's, I guess, whatever anybody's feeling.
I love that. Yeah, I was actually gonna say, like,
I love that too. I was gonna comment on your glasses. I love the glasses today, Jeff. I like that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's definitely fresh into the game.
That white, if that's gonna happen, but
I love it.
It's awesome to see for like Super Bowl and things like that. It's just a family atmosphere. I know football's a lot bigger in the States than it is in Canada, but it is a good time to get people together, and it has something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Like we said, if you don't like football,
well, again, the commercials. There's the halftime show. I mean, there is, like you said, there's something for everybody. So yeah, it's fun time.
All right, that's been awesome. DJ, I saw that you were on a podcast, I think it was on Wednesday, and I had Toastmasters, so I really wanted to come. But talk to us a little bit about it. It looked pretty funky, so I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on what it is and what it's about.
So that group is crazy. It's an amazing group. It was started from so Mike, the redneck financial analysis guy, and that's what he goes by. But he's a riot, man. I mean, he's all funny. He's nothing but humor, but very smart dude. Works at Primerica, or I forget where he not Primerica, one of those financial companies, but he created this networking group that's just blowing up. I mean, from Mary's from there, but yeah, and but just the group and the connection that they have, and everybody involved. I mean, it's really like an organic group that is really just trying. It's all about helping the other lift the other. I mean, it's all the idea of lift as you climb.
Right.
And so yeah, I got the invite to go on that show with a few other podcasters. Actually, I got to talk with a guy I met from the show, Mark Reed. This dude, amazing dude. He has a show, and so he's in Japan. Actually, he was a lawyer. Now he makes Japanese wasabi paper or something like that, and he just does a podcast. But amazing story. He's actually, I'm going to be on his show here soon. So, but yeah, just kind of making the rounds, getting ready for the Loyalty branded podcast.
Ooh, that's coming up.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. So it'll be the Robin Hood Capitalist show, presented by Loyalty Brands, and it's really just, I guess my play on words with that. Robin Hood Capitalist is what in my vision is what I envision franchising as. Franchising is the greatest way to really kind of, and the way John Hewitt's doing it, to spread the wealth, with there not being this Elon Musk, this Jeff Bezos, this top person that seems like they're on an ivory tower. It's, franchising is everybody kind of wins, and so that's where the Robin Hood capitalist kind of came from. But yeah,
I gotta say, guys, look at us. Look at us last year, man. Look at us last year to like now. It's completely different, eh? Like
oh,
Jeff,
it's
like
insane,
yeah,
man,
crazy. Like
insane.
it's God's blessings, man. It's awesome, and we have an amazing audience out here. So we want to thank each and every
Well,
one.
Jeff, I see Jeff on the. I
Everything.
was gonna say, talking about culture, but on the Hold My Beer, dude. You guys had a great conversation. Ingrid, I love Ingrid.
Did you say
Ingrid,
my beard?
Hold My Beer, yeah.
No,
And
hold my
and Ingrid is amazing, but your guys' conversation was great. I think, it bleeds to that culture again, and just loving and wanting to do what you do. I mean, it's the difference between, and Dan said it, credit to Dan, and shout out to Dan, but he said it since we've done the show. It's the difference between somebody who's a pro and cares what they do, and somebody who just is doing it for a job. I mean,
Right.
COVID has really escalated that to the next level. I mean, you see that from especially the franchises that are very corporatized, like the rest of corporate America. You can see it. The customer service, there is none. I mean, it's like they don't even know what customer service means. They don't have time to train that, because again, it's just the quality of training, the quality of we've created this upside down world of, it's been a race.
I love my.
Nerf, you better leave her alone. Leave Ingrid alone.
Too. I can picture she loves you, Nerf.
Leave her alone. But yeah, and so yeah, we're just in this. We're in a total transition, and it's the whole saying. Weak times create strong men. Strong times create weak men. Good times create, and we're in that. And Tony Robbins talks about it. There's different seasons of the world, different seasons of the revolutionary cycle. There's different seasons of our life, and we're in the winter.
That's why we do these things.
Yeah.
It's because we want to drive positivity in the industry.
Exactly.
There's so much negativity, and everybody's beating everybody up, and I can outdo you this and everything. It's a small community, and what we're trying to do here is trying to create best practices, give them options, alternatives, a different path to go down. It's up to them, right? Because everybody has their own approach and how they want to do things. We just try to provoke thought and let these people go on and say, I've never thought about that. That's a great idea. Oh, that idea sucks. I mean, seriously, it's like
absolutely
different than myself that I do with Ryan, and it just goes on. But
the way I kind of
positivity.
And the way I kind of see it is like, hey, you might like apples all the time, but here, you want to try a little slice of oranges, or you want to try my mango, like try different things, and kind of do it for things. And for us, like it's
Yes.
Exactly, for different people. And what Mary kind of said right now, she's in a place right now of change, and changing is so important for growth, right? Being uncomfortable with the uncomfortable and knowing about those things. And I think I got connected with Mary a couple weeks ago, I think, and I just love her
Nice.
posts and things like that. And it's
Yeah.
it's kind of
Oh,
cool
she
to
does
kind of
great.
see these because
Yeah.
you're gonna have support either way. I'm a big believer in like, hey, like you can watch so many like David Goggins videos, but you're not going to run a marathon by just watching those videos, right? Like you got to actually physically go and do them. So that's what we're here for. And that's what we're here for Friday Fun Day. Kids chatter coming up after this. I'm just joking.
Yes. Oh, stop. Don't say it too loud. She's being good right now. She's upstairs. I think she's listening at least right now. We'll see if she makes it to the end of the show or not.
Welcome to another episode of Kids Chatter.
Kids chat.
Yeah, Jeff and I were kind of talking,
Man.
and we were kind of talking a little bit off air that after Friday we had so much fun with you, DJ. Like we should start like a radio show. Imagine us on Sirius XM or something like that. We'll talk about the weather in Toronto and in New Jersey and in Ohio. Well, until you move
Yeah.
to Virginia Beach, but
Yeah. Coming soon. Actually, that keeps changing and progressing. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome, man.
Absolutely.
It's I love seeing everything, the involvement of everything. Jeff, man, what's the word? What's the word on everything just this weekend? How's everything planning out with you, my friend?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take off early this afternoon, about 3. I'm going to take my wife probably out to the Poconos or something. It is Valentine's weekend, so I have to earn my points. So which every guy out there should do. Every woman out there should do.
Yeah, mark the calendars, guys. This is your one warning. Tuesday is it. It's the 14th.
Man, so no excuses.
Yeah.
Take care.
And I accidentally took a meeting, so I'm telling everybody that because I accidentally took a morning meeting, and then I was like, "Oh shit, Tuesday! It's the 14th." Uh-oh. So
if you don't do that, you will pay dearly. You don't want that.
I'm a bodacious cowboy himself. Yeah, my wife's gonna be at work, so I've made a special night for her, so we'll definitely earn those brownie points and things like that. But it's a good time to celebrate. Exactly, it's like that. It's like that. We got to get like a rewards card, right? Like Valentine's Day, got to swipe it and make sure you get some points and things like that. And for me,
anniversary, yeah.
Mary,
yeah, exactly.
Mary brings up a great point too. By anybody who likes chocolate, just wait till after, and there's always 75% off. Like you can find it everywhere.
Yeah, if you're a cheapie, I forgot. Oh, and then go out there and save 75% again.
And I'm just going to put this out there. We're all committed men here. We're all married and things like that. But those single guys who have many girlfriends, you might want to plan those dates after Valentine's Day to get those half off flowers and half off chocolates for each and every one of your girlfriends.
Young, anybody young listening to this, take that as advice. That's great advice. Plan it after. Save the money.
What's this?
That's awesome.
Nerf. My wife says Valentine's Day for her is every day with me since she loves me so much. I'm so glad.
You had to pull out the heartstrings, man. You're the comedian, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
He's a big teddy bear. He's like 8 feet tall too. He's huge.
Yeah, but how does he feel, Nerf?
That's true.
Does she feel the same way?
Yeah. Is she listening right now?
Can she weigh in?
Yeah, can she weigh in?
Boys, I want to ask you guys a question. As we're kind of getting into Fun Day Friday. So the origin of this is anybody who knows James Clear. He's the author of Atomic Habits, one of the best books out there. Every Thursday, I subscribe to his newsletter. You should subscribe to his newsletter. It's not gimmicky. It's very like quote wise and things like that. I'll start with Jeff and then DJ. I would love to get your answer on. What is something that if you got 30 minutes to work on with uninterrupted interruptions, what is 30 minutes, something creative that you would work on specifically? And everybody for the audience, I'd love to hear everybody, like Mary, Nerf, Lisa.
Just real quick, a weekend plan. If I had to do something really, really quick to make something happen that's exciting over the weekend, I just focus in on that will probably be it. I can't really think about anything else. With business, you surely can't do it.
No, forget business, creative, man. We talk about business like all the time.
Creating a great weekend or something to do. Like I said before, getting ideas, throwing it into a hat, half are her likes, half are my likes. Go in there, pull it out, no arguments. We agreed on it. Wherever we're going, that kind of thing. Just be really creative. When you don't do things like that, it's so boring, man. It's just so boring.
I agree. So Jeff, I was so my dad, very similar to you, and so I ended up the same. But that last minute, I mean, some of the greatest things I ever did was I'll never forget. And I know I'm going off topic, but it was a last minute kind of quick thing my dad did that you talked about, the spontaneity. He was like told me and my brothers, he was like, hey, we're gonna go fishing trip, and we're gonna try to find something instead of just the steelhead that we're finding in the lake in Edgewater. So we literally just drove up, and this was just middle of the night, like random. Got me and my brothers, my uncle, and we just took this trip up through New York, through Buffalo, and all we found was steelhead. But
look at Lisa. Jeez.
Yeah, look at that. Good for you, Lisa. See, that's exciting.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Honey, we're going to Bora Bora tomorrow. What the?
What?
I gotta change my Red Lobster plans then. No extra shrimp that day. We're gonna go catch our shrimps ourselves and cook. That's also kind of see. So DJ, what would be yours? 30 minutes. 30 minutes to be creative. Something not work related. What would you work
on? Probably just more of I'm getting into writing a few books. I want to write a few books. So yeah, doing more of that. Especially the I have a creative idea of kind of the secret of life is in a Rubik's cube. So
that is cool, man. Like, what spawned you wanted to write a book?
Honestly, it was listening to all these amazing other people. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I literally credit everything I know, not to school. Sorry, teachers. Not to private school, especially. Sorry, teachers. But I credit it to these people who wrote books. People like Dan, like Bob Proctor, like Tony Robbins, all of these amazing people. I mean, I have a lot of these here. I compete. All these different just do choices. Rico, I wouldn't have connected the dots or be where I'm at if it wasn't for those people. And so I think books, it's I know you're a big Mosey Nation fan. So Alex talks about it all the time. I mean, it's the cheat code. It really is the cheat way to get to that next level. Pay for a course, pay for training, pay for their book. I mean, this could be their whole life. This could be the last 10 years. This could be whatever, but it's so much knowledge, so much experience. And that's where I learned everything. I mean, I'm just mocking and just repeating everything that everybody else has said that really has changed my life. And I think everybody should. I think everybody has a story, and everybody has a unique story, and everybody has something in their story that somebody else needs to know. There's something in somebody's story that somebody else for sure needs to know, and it could be that one little thing that changes everything. And so that really was what inspired me to want to do it.
Absolutely.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Jeff, what would you name your let's say if we were to do autobiography, what would you name your book?
Oh, I like it.
The Bodacious Cowboy, or the Bodacious Biography, the BBs, kind of from there. Just to add to Mary, what would I do? She asked here, what would I do with the same thing, being creative and things like that. For me, guys, I do just focus a little bit more on like video creation. I genuinely love this. I love being in front of a camera. I love talking to people and giving that message. So I've always kind of been on the fence of taking YouTube seriously, and then I jump off because I'm like, I get those doubts in my mind. I'm like, I'm too old, or like nobody will want to watch my videos and all that stuff, right? But I just got to start, man. Like I said yesterday on the show, that there's two horrible days in the week, right? Yesterday and tomorrow.
Pull the trigger, man. Pull that trigger.
Well, you guys got to subscribe. You guys got to make sure you guys subscribe.
I will be your first subscriber. Start sharing it. I'm your first subscriber.
That's awesome. Kind of see it.
I'm serious. And if I'm going to say something to everybody out there, don't go through life and say this, but only if I shoulda, coulda, I would have tried it. Now I'll never know what it's like.
Yes.
If you want to do it, man, do it. No regrets. Go for it, pull the damn trigger, get the damn thing done, and now you don't have to ask yourself, I should have did it. Do it. That's it.
As probably the person who's made the most mistakes in their life possible. I feel like I've lived life fast forward 2 times. I am the example of what Einstein or whoever said, that they didn't fail 1,000 times. They just figured out 1,000 times how it doesn't work. I figured out how this life doesn't work in a billion different ways. I failed every way. But what I can tell you is living, and what Jeff just said, to me, what triggered with me once I failed enough was like, okay, I'd rather just keep making mistakes than live with this regret that I didn't try this. What if it was just this? What if this was it? I did all these things and I failed, but what if it was just this that I'm thinking? So I don't ask what if anymore. I just do it. Just do it and see what happens.
You can't succeed unless you fail. That's plain.
100%.
You can't. You can't. It's impossible, because you'll never learn. You'll never learn a damn thing. So it's okay to fail, man. You don't take it home.
Yeah, well, it's not about the failure part of it. It's just like, just that mental blocks and just figuring it out. So you know what? Because of you guys, we'll get this started and we'll keep the news going forward.
You can do it. I believe in you.
You can do it.
Go ahead, go do it.
You can do it.
We're gonna end the podcast now, so I can go start my bit. No, I'm just joking. Let's continue this, man. This is a great ride, and I genuinely appreciate both of you guys here. As we're kind of talking on that topic, what's one regret that you guys have had in anything? Like, what comes up into mind? I know Jeff's gonna be like, nothing's ever come up, but what's one regret? What's something that you wish?
I know Jeff's gonna say it, and I say it too. No, I don't regret one single mistake or one single thing. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't fuck up as bad as I have. This is just the truth. It's the truth.
That's definitely honest. I don't really have any regrets. I say this. I wish I could have done what I'm doing right now 20 years ago, but on the backside of that, I wouldn't be here if I didn't get the knowledge and the experience. Yes. So if I did go back 20 years, I wouldn't be here right now if I did that, But in retrospect, if I knew what I knew now, oh, hell yeah, in a flash. Yep, but no regrets. None, zero.
Yeah, I'm the same way like you, like even with the career and stuff like that. But the other one is that I wish I got dogs earlier in my career, like in my life. So I only got dogs in like 2000. My first dog was like 2018, so that's what, like 5-6 years ago. But yeah, I wish I got them earlier, so that would have been a lot more fun. But then again, with everything that's kind of happened, fucking Nerf.
Nerf cracks me up. Nerf.
Yeah, for what it's worth though, like. I'm actually
seriously
impressed.
How do you fit into this bathroom? You're like 6'8", aren't you? I mean, you're tall. Nerf is really tall. I swear. I've seen.
Oh man, Nerf's got private planes, man. Nerf has got private planes. He's that
guy. Dude.
He's that guy. So.
Hey, look, the dude's honest. I mean, who would ever say that on a podcast? I mean, seriously, man.
Well, I love the intent to actually go to Taco Bell before you go on a flight, because Taco Bell, I don't know, in my areas, they're not accessible. Like if you really want Taco Bell, that means you really want Taco Bell. You drove.
I'll tell you what, it's got to be like eating a foot-long chili cheese hot dog or something like that. I mean, nope. Don't go on a flight.
Nerf, you are too much, dude. Nerf is the best.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome to kind of see, and just kind of like talking about different things that we're all talking about here, regrets and things that we've liked and things like that. Just like we're just going freestyle here, ad hoc, as we truly do. What does the next 5 years look like for you guys and everybody watching?
More in my. This is not going to make any sense. Absolutely huge pipeline flow, but working less. If that makes any sense.
It does. Delegation's key, right?
Yeah. Automation, delegate, and repeat.
Yeah, ADD.
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 Keep it simple, stupid.
That's right.
What about you,
That's
DJ?
Right. I
worse.
Hopefully a larger part of worse.
That's what Teresa just said.
Oh no!
No, it's just with the we're going to Taco Bell. Okay. But yeah, what would your DJ?
So just a big part of loyalty, and really just hopefully helping a lot of either people who wanted to take the chance to get into doing their own business but didn't know how or where to start, and just really helping them with a franchise. I mean, a franchise is a great way if you have a passion for something. I mean, we right now with Loyalty Brands, we have, I think, 14 brands under us. But I mean, anything from little medical school where if you like to teach kids 4 to 14, medical or veterinarian stuff, like
Yeah.
that's a franchise possibility that's super successful. Or Zoom and Grooming, which is a mobile vet, or even roofing and solar. I mean, whatever you do or whatever know, I want there to be a possibility under Loyalty Brands for us to help kind of start you on your success of really just freedom. Financial harmony is the
I
key
like that. I like
for the next
financial
5
harmony.
years. Rob Dyrdek, he breaks that down, and that's, again, everybody has their certain number, their certain lifestyle that they want. So not everybody has to be a billionaire or a millionaire,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
really
yeah.
just what do what makes you happy, what makes everybody around you happy, and then what you do that makes you happy. And so I think, yeah, next 5 years is just really preaching I want more people to really, again, with my quote, but I want more people to really focus on what makes them happy. Like, my first question for everybody on the podcast is going to be, are you happy? Because I don't think
Mm,
everybody asks when you meet somebody new that they always ask, and I think Heath Ledger, somebody said this as a quote, but they ask, what do you do for a living? What kind of car you drive, where you live? But they never ask if you're happy. Nobody cares
yeah,
if anybody's happy. Some people don't even know what happy means to them. I
Neither
know
do
what
I.
happy means to me. I'm happy as hell. And I really have less than I had a lot of different times, but I'm happy as hell. And that's because I'm doing what I love with who I love. And it's literally the way to create happiness here. We don't have to wait for heaven or somewhere else to have this amazing place. Find the right
just to
people,
just to add
surround
to
the right
that,
people.
you just kind of made a memory of mine. My first time that I went to Toastmasters, and I talk about Toastmasters a lot, but the guy, they asked me, like, they're like, "Hey Ryan, what do you do?" And then I said what I did, and the follow-up question was like, "Do you love what you do?" And I was like, "Holy crap!" So and like it
Yes,
went
I
off in my,
love that.
I was like, and I just love that. For me, next 5 years, this is gonna sound lame, but my wife and I were like talking about, like, we really want to do a scholarship. We really want to do a scholarship for university and college
Yeah.
kids. We actually talked about it in depth last night. So something about giving back. I think every year for me, there's like a word, that I'm kind of balance off. But the one word that I always kind of love to lead with is serve. I just love being a
Yes.
servant. I think it's one of the best things you can do, whether you think like a monk, like Jay Shetty, or you watch different things. So for me, it's going to be about serving the next 5 years, whether it be my customers, my wife,
Yes,
random
sir.
people that I don't know. And you're not going to see me ever on social media like, "Hey guys, just homeless people here, have some pizzas," and stuff like that on me. It's everything is my main goal, guys, is to go on GoFundMe and pay for like dog surgeries that people can't afford them anonymously, and that's my goal. So
That's
just be a
awesome.
I
servant, man.
love that. I love that.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
like that you. I
Good
like that
man.
you brought up. I like that you brought up about charity. So my, I guess, long-term vision of what I'm trying to do is, I really, for me, your environment, what you grow up with, financial literacy, I think, and people really understanding money. I don't think they do. So teaching, creating. Actually, I have the game right here, cash flow. My rich dad, Robert Kiyosaki, but really teaching kids just the importance and really how to get out of the rat race if they want.
I actually want to give a big shout out to Steve. Steve, his partner was Clarissa, the mental health coach, who was on our show a couple times. And Steve actually made a really, really good post yesterday in terms of like talking to people when you're uncomfortable. So if you have LinkedIn, go check out Steve's post because it was amazing. I'm just seeing the growth with Steve. Actually, he came out with a journal. I've got it here. I use it every single day. It is available on Amazon. It's one of the best
Nice.
notebooks and journals I've ever had. So we got to support our own people, right? Lift as you
Yes.
climb,
Amen.
as Teresa Pay
Everybody go
says.
check out Steve's journal if you don't have one. I know
Go get
Mary's a journaler too, I think. So Mary, where you at?
go
Yeah,
go
Mary's
get it
here.
before they sell out.
Yeah, love the Clash Royale game. It's awesome to kind of think about, and it's that legacy. You're like, that's why I kind of asked that question for 5 years. Legacy. I've already asked you guys this on the first one because I remember Jeff's thing. What do you kind of want to say on your like tombstone, as morbid as it sounds? And I think you wrote into there or something like that. I think that was what we kind of said.
I like to slide into my grave and say, "Holy shit, what a ride!"
I love that. I love that. And it's Endure. It's Endure, Lisa. It's Endure. The
Endure.
fight, the flight for success. It's a great book, guys. It's
Yes.
awesome, and he does a lot of the cold plunges and things like that, and those are some really really cool things that I've been able to learn. So, boys, we're getting to the end. I know that I want to keep this going, but kids chatter. We got to make sure we're not late with this kids chatter, right?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, we got lucky. She hasn't come down yet. But actually, Jeff knows when it's too quiet, that could be something bad too. So
Yeah, something's going on. Something's brewing.
same thing with my dogs. When it's too quiet, I'm like, I gotta go upstairs, make sure
yeah.
nobody's like messing plays or like look for the look. But Jeff, we recap this week just like in summary here.
Yeah.
I've had such a great time with you, and this is not the end or anything like that. It's kind of like the conclusion, right? We had our season finale. It's just the beginning. It really is, and we'll actually, Jeff, maybe we'll get into what we got kind of planned. We'll kind of say what we got planned for everything for the next season 2 of Sales Chatter with that fun stuff. Jeff, you
Season
want
2,
to get into
y'all.
it?
Don't
You want
miss
to
it.
drop the ball? You want to drop the bomb?
No, let's make it. It's gonna be.
Ooh, cliffhanger. I like it.
Yeah,
Leave the
I like that
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger on a season finale. I like that. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Cliffhanger. You better tune in, guys. Whoever's watching now, you better tune in. Don't miss it.
Yeah, if I can pull this off, it's gonna be awesome, man. It will be. It's something that, let's just put it this way. It's something that needed to be discussed for decades, not just now, but it's something that has been left behind that needs to be brought forward and noticed. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
And it's not Nerf's Taco Bell choices, his Taco Bell order.
Okay.
Right? So it's definitely not that.
I can tell you folks right now, it's not about Nerf eating tacos and getting on.
As much as we'd like it to be, it's
We
not.
might do a special episode on that alone. But
Well,
I'll
pretty
pitch an
awesome.
idea instead. Well, thank you much for the open door and for letting me crash your great Fridays. Seriously, season 2, guys, don't miss it. I know they left you with a cliffhanger, but I'm serious. The structure, everything, information that Jeff and Ryan are giving out, you guys you have to don't miss it. You want to start your day with just a little bit of knowledge, something to take you to that next level. Start your day right. Sales Chatter Live, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is your chance. Quote to take us out. Again, very, very, very big on this. I want everybody to think about this. This is Friday. That's why I did it on a Friday. You got a weekend. Hopefully you're not working on the weekend. If you're in logistics, you probably are. Sorry. I know it's how it is. But take the time and think about this one, because I want this to hit home to everybody. I got a post coming out with this quote as well, but this is my quote. It is from Bill Marklein, and it is, "Culture is how employees' hearts and stomachs feel about Monday morning on a Sunday night." Think about that, everybody. If Sunday night comes and your hearts and your stomachs, you hate what's coming, you're probably not doing what you're supposed to do. Find what you love to do and do it.
do it.
Do it. So I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. It's very interactive this morning. We had a lot of fun. I know we all did. I know you guys had a lot of fun. If you found value in this, please like, subscribe, share this with a peer, share this with somebody, because Friday Fun Days is just not for logistics people. So you can share this to anybody. Share it with your mom, your dad, and your cousins, anybody. And we're hoping that you guys have an amazing Super Bowl weekend. We're looking forward to hitting the replay at 12 and 3 p.m. Eastern time as the comments are flooding and they're coming in. Catch us on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And Jeff, take us out, brother.
Yeah. Want to thank Centurion Trucking, Daman. They're looking for agents out there. If you want to work up to 60% commissions, reach out to Daman. And with that said, Audacious Cowboy out. Have a great weekend, folks.